Shalom, shalom, call halal, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, Wabarakatham, unto the hopeful elect. I'm going to start off with the scriptures, Sirach 2 and 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. Alright, so basically, no pain, no gain is this lesson. No pain, no gain. Alright. If you don't go through the pain, if you don't go through the humility, the suffering, then you don't get the glory. We following after Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai did it. Now we're going through the same process. Alright. Hold on, Salakia. Alright. Yahweh Shai did it. So we're going through the same exact process, man. The same exact thing. Alright, we follow after him. We're on that narrow, straight path. But you got to understand this. That you got to go through the humility first. Before you get that honor. Before you get that crown sat on your head by Yahweh Shai. Right? Whatsoever is brought upon thee. So whatever the Lord put on us, ultimately we deserve it. Right? The scriptures speak on how it says, until he plead my cause. You know? So we're taking cheerfully whatever we got to go through until he plead our cause. And the scriptures also speak on how what we go through now isn't worthy to be compared to what we finna receive anyhow. So it doesn't even matter, man. Alright, so whatever is brought upon you, you should just take it cheerfully that you're being judged and not judged with the world. You know, you want to be judged before that. You want to go through what you got to go through before that, man. Because you don't want to go down with the world. You don't want to receive the plagues of Egypt, the plagues of the world. You know, you don't want to fall out the truth. You don't want those things, man. Alright, it says take cheerfully. Yeah, take it cheerfully. You've been counted worthy to suffer with Yahweh Shai. Do you know what that means? That means you're gonna be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. That means you're gonna inherit all of this glory that he inherited. You know, just like Yahweh Shai, you can read the scriptures. He inherited everything. You know, after he was slain as that that holy lamb that was slain, he received everything. But he had to be slain first. So you're in the process of being slain, and then you're going to receive everything as well. But you got to go through the being slain first. You got to go through the humility first. It says, and be patient, right? And be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. And we're changing to a lower state now. But not for long, man. All right. Now I'm going to get into the this definition. Actually, wait. I want to jump into Proverbs first. Let me go ahead and jump into this. Pull it out in a blue letter. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 12. It's like it says, before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and that goes into prideful. And that's just like Esau Edom, prime example, right? And everybody else, of course, but he's a prime example. Right before he's going down, right before he get put in the chains into slavery, he's prideful, right? And the scriptures speak on how when you're prideful, that's the beginning. Pride is the beginning of you departing from Yahweh, your creator, right? So you don't want to be prideful. You want to actually be humble, right? Because when you're prideful, the Lord is going to abase you. You're going to be destroyed. Before destruction, the heart of man, so your mind is haughty, which goes into prideful, right? Pride, just like Esau. And then it says, and before honor is humility. Now let's go into that word humility. Before honor, before you receive that crown, is humility. What does humility mean? It says meekness, humility, gentleness, humility, right? So you being humble, you know, it takes for somebody to be humble, to somebody to just be humble, it takes for them to lose stuff usually, you know, stuff like that. So the Lord has put us on the bottom to humble us. Right, because we departed from our maker. Our heart was turned from him, which means we had to have some pride in us. So then the Lord brought destruction, just like the scripture says. Before destruction, so before we got put into captivity, before the curses came upon us, the heart of man is haughty. So we were prideful, and we went off from our power. Right, that's when you turn your face from him. You know, when you reject the Most High, you being prideful. Right. So now we seeking him, and we know we're finna get that honor. But guess what? Before we get that, it's humility. And you got to understand that, man. All right? And we deserve it anyway because we fall short to his glory, right? We break the commandments daily, man. So whatever he put on us, we need to take it cheerfully anyways. Now check this out. Sirach 1:28, right? Because it says, be patient with thou changes to a lower state. It says, distrust not, Sirach chapter 1 verse 28, distrust not the fear of the Lord when thou art poor, and come not unto him with a double heart. Yeah, if you go double-minded to the Lord, you won't receive anything because you're not being faithful, right? Because he said, believe, asking ye shall receive. If you believe that you're going to receive whatever you ask the Father for, then you're going to receive it. But if you're double-minded, that means you don't believe, so that means you're not going to receive it. So he said, don't come to him with that bullshit. But it says distrust, right? Distrust not the fear of the Lord when thou art poor. Now, what is that poor? What is that poor going to? Poor on the Google, when you go into the definition of where is it? The definition when it says hold on. Slovakia, I gotta find it again. Oh, here we go. All right, so definition on Google, it says poor, and then you click on badly off. It says in an unfavorable situation, at a disadvantage. Now, in the eyes of the world, because they walk after the flesh, right, after the sight, then it look like we're at a disadvantage. But in the faith, we know what's going on. We know that our end is not to be without honor, but to be with honor, man. All right. But it says in an unfavorable situation. So we are in an unfavorable situation right now. You know, under the curses at the bottom, shit like that. You know, whatever we got to do, we in slavery. You know, that's an unfavorable situation. Nobody says, yeah, I want to be a slave all my life. I want to work for another person and yield forth all my strength unto him. You know, nobody does that shit. You know, when it's not, that's not how the order is supposed to go. Servants on horses and princes walking. You know, that's not the order. The shoe on the head and the hat on the foot, that's not the order. So that's wrong. But so since we're in this unfavorable situation, that goes into that poor, man. So when you are in an unfavorable situation, you're not supposed to distrust, cast away your faith in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. That's why I pulled that out. So it says again, distrust not the fear of the Lord, right? The wisdom, knowledge, understanding, the faith you got in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua when thou art poor, when you're in an unfavorable situation, when you're being humble, when you're going through the humility, right? So that's what we got to do, man. We got to stick to the faith of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. Though we are poor, though we are in an unfavorable situation, and we going through this humility, we still got to trust in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. Have faith in him that he going to deliver us and get us through whatever trials and situations, man. All right. So that is what it is. That's basically all I'm pulling out for this, man. Hey, keep on believing in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, enduring to the end. Yahushua coming back. He looking for that faith, man. All right. So you cannot cast away that faith in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. You cannot cast away your faith in them. This is a very, very critical time where the Lord's really looking to see who got faith. You know, because we at the end now. This is the end game. All right. So, hey, when you are brought low, when whatever's going on, you got to show the Most High that you his friend by sticking with him through the thick and thin, through sickness and in health. Just like when people get married, they say that, right? So that's us. We're the Most High's wife. You know, that calmly delicate woman, Israel. So through sickness and in health, whatever we're going through, we still got to be, you know, with Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. The scripture says, who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall death, or you know, it goes through different things. But guess what? None of those things can separate us from the love, man. We got to show that too. You know, nothing, man. All right, because the scripture says, strive for the truth unto death, right? Unto death. Not, oh, when you start going through the humility, then you can let up. They don't say that, man. All right, so though you in this uncomfortable situation, we all in this uncomfortable situation. At times, you know, you deeper in the pit. And at times you know, you kind of up higher in the pit, you know, you in different places of hell, different levels, you know. Hey, man, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua is still with you, and you just got to believe that, you know. And if it don't seem like it, just remember, you know, while you getting tested, the teacher don't speak while you get tested, man. It's a moment of silence, and they trying to see, what you gonna do, and then they gonna grade it. Then they gonna hand it back to you. You gonna pass or fail. So you gotta remember that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is observing you, right? Them angels are constantly around you because you fear him. You know his name. You know him. You have faith, right? So that's basically it, man. Don't distrust in the fear of the Lord when you in that uncomfortable situation, when you are catching that hell. Just like Yahweh Shah didn't distrust in the fear of the Lord when he went through his humility. What did he do? He focused on the joy set before him. But you got to have faith that you're going to receive that if you go through that anyways, right? And that faith goes into wisdom. So really for Yahweh Shah, Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge was his stability in that time. Him focusing on the joy set before him, having that faith. Focus on that, man. All right. So with that, I'm going to say, call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakak Radash. Until next time, call me Asherallah. Shalom.